everyone, this is Maki. The new story of G Gundam, Sankyo Shinden Toho no Tome. Master Asia's son, Master Junior, is on a journey in search of a treasure called Toho no Tome, which holds the secrets of a martial art. Meanwhile, fragments of the dark Gundam called DG Dust exist on Earth. DG Dust, which contains immense energy, is considered a dangerous substance and is even traded like currency among outlaws. In New Japan, Shinjuku, Master Junior meets a girl named H. Together, they set out to find Dominko's shoe. How will this story end? Let's dive into episode 2 today. Junior and H are walking through the ruins of a building in Shinjuku. There are no signs of people, but they sense that someone is hiding, concealing their presence. Junior yells, "Come out! Dominko's shoe!" A gunshot rings out, and the bullet grazes the top of Junior's head. He yells using a gun. When you are supposed to be a martial artist, that's cowardly. But before he can react, another shot comes from behind. As Junior stands in shock, a mysterious man speaks. "Looks like you still lack experience." Junior is about to explode with rage, but H stops him. This is a complete defeat. If they wanted to kill us, the first bullet would have killed us right away. Then H says in a cheerful tone, "Well then, let's introduce ourselves." She places her hand on the wall and pulls out a stealth sheet, a material that blends into its surroundings. Behind it is Michelo chariot. Once Neo Italy's Gundam fighter, he fought alongside Master Asia as a subordinate of the Dark Gundam. Michelo greets H casually. H hands him some supplies, including food. Michelo then tells H, "Domen left this place about a week ago." H listens and mumbles, "That idiot father of mine, where did he go now?" Junior is stunned. Did H just call Domen her father? H introduces herself properly to Master Junior. "My name is H Koshu, daughter of Rain Koshu." Hearing this, Michelo lets out a laugh. "So you introduce yourself as Rain's daughter, not Domen's her?" H smiles. "Of course. The only flaw in this beautiful girl you see before you is that I share blood with that fool Domen." Night is falling. Junior, H, and Michelo sit by the light of a lantern and eat their meal. H asks why did Domen leave Michelo and go on a journey. Domen had searched the building in Shinjuku that Master Asia had once used as a temporary base, believing that the treasure was hidden there. But he never found it. Besides, Michelo's body had been ravished by the Dark Gundam cells, leaving him in no condition to travel long distances. "It's not something I need to hide," Michelo says, shrugging off his jacket. His body is in ruins, destroyed by the Dark Gundam cells. Even H, who already knew about his condition, instinctively looks away. With Dark Gundam cells embedded throughout his body, Michelo could be sold to New Japan's research labs for a hefty sum. Because of this, the DG hunters were constantly looking for him. Domen had been protecting Michelo from them. Master Junior is dejected, saying, "Is it my father who has ruined your body with illness?" But Michelo shakes his head. "This is the result of my own choices. I made this decision myself so that I could defeat Domen. And besides, the only reason I'm still alive now is because of him," he says, his face softening. Neo remembers his past. After the battle royale ended in Neo, Hong Kong, he was arrested by Bertino, an officer of Neo Italy's police force. Knowing the extent of his crimes, Mikio had resigned himself to spending the rest of his life in prison. However, no prison in Neo Italy was willing to take him. Considering the magnitude of the disaster caused by the Gundam, this was understandable. With nowhere else to go, Bertino kept Mikio in a small cell at the local police station. One day, Domin came to visit Bertino and Mikio. He suggested that Mikio be sent to Neo Japan's research facility, the Center for Gundam Control. Domin told him go there, be placed in a secure facility, receive proper treatment, and live. After leaving Mikio in the care of the CDGC, Domin went on a quest to find Master Asia's treasure. That was 10 years ago. A year ago, Domin returned to CDGC. What he found there filled him with shock and anger. Researchers, seeing Mikio as a valuable test subject, had performed experiments on his body. Enraged by the inhumane treatment of Mikio, Domin interrogated in doubt at Karoto and Rain. Rain had objected to the experiments, but she couldn't stop the other researchers. She could only look at Domin with a sad, helpless expression. H, growing irritated, remarked that Fu Domin had no idea what my mother was going through. He just hurled insults at her. Consumed with rage, Domin and Bertino rampaged through the facility, rescuing Mikio and escaping from Neo Japan. During their escape, they stole a newly developed core, Lando designed for the burning Gundam. As a result of this situation, Rain resigned from the CDGC. H is furious at Domin for abandoning his struggling mother to chase after Master Asia's treasure. Mikio, however, speaks up. But I'm grateful to Domin. When I thought my life was over, he suggested that I return to my homeland Neo Italy, and he brought me back. But the DG hunters were already waiting for Mikio. To protect him, Bertino and Domin helped him escape to Shinjuku. Junior asks Mikio where did Domin go? Mikio replies, with your level of skill, it's impossible for you. Junior looks discouraged. H steps forward, I want to know too. Please tell me. Mikio replies, the Guiana Special Zone. The Guiana Special Zone is a section of the Guiana Highlands. The CDGC designated it as a contaminated area heavily polluted by Gundam cells and DG dust. It had become a gathering place for DG hunters from all over the world. It wasn't just a matter of searching for DG dust. Battles often broke out as DG hunters fought each other to steal whatever DG dust they could find. The chaos had gotten so out of control that even the CDGC was unable to intervene. One day, the ruler of the Guiana Special Zone made an announcement. I have discovered Master Asia's treasure. There was no evidence to support this claim. It was just a rumor. But Domin went to the Guiana Special Zone to find out the truth for himself. And he expected that H and Master Junior would eventually come looking for him. Mikio delivers Domin's message to them. Run away! That was all he had to say. The sound of footsteps echoes through the building. DG hunters are closing in. Mikio grabs a gun and tells H and Junior to run. H charges him, come with us, Mikio. But Mikio shakes his head. That's not possible, he says, pulling away the blanket drape over his legs. Beneath it, his lower body has been hardened and immobilized by Gundam cells. He can't run. Junior and H cry out in pain, but Mikio speaks firmly. Leave this to me. Get out of here. Junior, on the verge of tears, insists I'll carry you on my back and run. Mikio smiles gently at Junior's determination and lets out a small chuckle. Don't push yourself. I owe your father, Master Asia, a great debt. I lost to Domenkoshu in our first fight. But Master Asia gave me the chance to challenge him again, even though I was a disgrace. Now let me repay the debt. Gunfire erupts as the DG hunters approach. Mikio fires back, covering Junior, and they flee. And then, looming behind the DG hunters, Zeus Gundam. H freezes, panicking at the sight of a Gundam entering the battlefield. But Mikio remains calm. Don't worry, he says confidently. He runs his hand over his weapon and speaks with a nostalgic tone. This was the weapon my old comrade Chapman always used. Once it has a target in its sights, it never lets go. It's as if Chapman's soul still lives in it. With that, Mikio opens fire on the DG hunters. Go now, Master Junior. Hearing Mikio's determined voice, Junior and H begin their escape. Junior and H escape the building and sprint through the ruins of the city. But the DG hunters are right behind them, closing in fast. Surrounded on all sides, H is about to be captured. The next moment, gunshots rang out and the hunters fell, one by one. It seemed that Mikio had saved H with a long-range sniper shot. Junior and H look back at the building, but the next moment they see something terrifying. Zeus Gundam's fist slams into the spot where Mikio had been. But Mikio is not dead. At the last second, he managed to dodge the attack and is now crawling through the crumbling structure, fighting back. From inside the Zeus Gundam, its Gundam fighter Maki taunts him. What a pitiful sight, Mikio Chariot! Have you lost all the power you once had as an officer of the Dark Gundam? Or can you do nothing without Master Asia? Maki laughs, confident of victory. But the next moment, the Zeus Gundam's face is destroyed by a shot. Maki is stunned. From the collapsing building, a new figure rises Naru's Gundam, armed with a jumbo rifle. Mikio climbs into the cockpit and launches an attack. With a relentless barrage, Naru's Gundam completely obliterates Zeus Gundam's head. If this were a proper Gundam fight, you would have already lost at this point, Mikio tells Maki. But just as Maki lets out an angry scream, Zeus Gundam begins to regenerate. The Dark Gundam cells inside it still have the ability to regenerate. Mikio stares in shock as Zeus Gundam unleashes a devastating attack. Judgment Thunder! The attack hits Naru's Gundam directly, tearing through the building and reducing everything in its path to rubble. Seeing Naru's Gundam being destroyed, H screams, "I can't take it anymore!" Junior clenches his fists. Me neither, but how can we fight a Gundam? After defeating Naru's Gundam, Maki roars, "Show yourself, daughter of Domenkoshu! I'll claim Master Asia's treasure and become the strongest hunter!" H steps forward and shouts back at him, "If you think you can do it, go ahead and try! I'm right here!" Angered by her taunt, Maki summons Gundam heads and orders them to attack. But before they can reach H, they suddenly collide with something invisible in the air and come to a complete stop. Maki stares in confusion. There is nothing there. Then, in the next instant, boom! The Gundam head's skull is obliterated in the fiery explosion. Maki shouts Betty Charlie as if calling to beloved pets. H rolls her eyes. You actually named them, seriously? Through the flames of the explosion, a new silhouette emerges, Shadow Gundam. Maki flies into a rage as the Shadow Gundam launches an attack. H has mastered German ninjutsu. Maki watches in shock as she effortlessly performs the legendary techniques. In truth, back when Wayne temporarily worked as a support staff member for Neo Germany, she received the German ninjutsu data from Schwartz Bruder. H had secretly stolen that data and used it to train herself. Not only that, H had erased Shadow Gundam's identification signal, allowing it to operate in stealth mode, ensuring that Neo Germany remained completely unaware of its presence. However, H still lacked the experience to match Maki. Reading Shadow Gundam's movements, Maki successfully captures it. In the cockpit, H desperately asks Junior, "Can't you do something with Master H's martial arts?" Junior hesitates before admitting, "I can't. To be honest, I was never really taught the martial arts themselves." As the two struggle to come up with a plan, Maki prepares to unleash his ultimate move. Zeus Gundam raises his hammer, ready to strike. But just before it lands, the hammer suddenly shatters into pieces. Maki gasps in shock. Soaring above them is Naro's Gundam, but then before their eyes, it begins to transform. The shape of the machine changes, its wings expanding, its form becoming sleeker and more menacing. It has become Gundam Heaven's Sword. Miki launches his ultimate move, Rainbow Foot. The attack slams into Zeus Gundam, knocking it off balance. Then, with a mighty swing, Heaven's Soul's massive claws grab hold of the staggered Zeus Gundam. Miki yells Fire Chapman. And at that moment, something incredible happens. For a moment, Miki sees a vision of Chapman standing right in front of him. With his giant blue rifle in hand, Chapman appears and takes control of Heaven's Sword. And with precise, deadly aim, he opens fire, obliterating Zeus Gundam. As Zeus Gundam disintegrates, Maki desperately tries to regenerate, once again drawing on the power of the Dark Gundam cells. Junior and H, filled with determination, shout in unison. "Our hands are burning red," they loud. "Cries tell us to defeat you." But halfway through, H suddenly stops, as if he remembers something. "Oh wait, Shadow Gundam doesn't actually have that weapon." Unimpressed, Junior shouts back, "Who cares, saying the words is free." And so they yell together, "Burning Finger!" Shadow Gundam channels their spirit energy, unleashing a powerful shockwave. The impact engulfs the Zeus Gundam until it explodes in a massive explosion and disappears. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the DG Hunter headquarters. A shadowy figure, called boss by his subordinates, reviews the latest intelligence. So, Koshu is heading for the Guiana Special Zone. He muses with a grin. As expected, Maki failed in his mission. However, if there was no treasure in Shinjuku, that means the real treasure must be in the Guiana Special Zone. Finally, the identity of the boss is revealed. He is Wang Yuanfar, once the Prime Minister of Neo Hong Kong, the man who fought against Koshu. And in his hand, a single jewel glows ominously. The scene switches back to Shinjuku. Junior and they rush to the crumbling Gundam Heaven's Sword. There, Miki lies motionless, watching over them. "Are you too hurt?" Seeing that they're unharmed, Miki lets out a relieved smile. Then I guess my debt to Domain is settled. The rest is up to you. But remember, Guiana is hell. With Junior and H at his side, Michelo closes his eyes. The dark Gundam cells in his body finally cease their activity. Sometime later, Chapman's rifle stands upright like a tombstone. With a last look at the ruins of Shinjuku, Junior and H start their journey again. As they walk, Junior turns to H with a question. H's way of speaking has a distinct intonation, something unfamiliar to Junior. It is a type of Japanese dialect known as Kansai-ben. Curious, Junior asks why she speaks that way. H smiles. Because when I talk like that, my idiot father makes the most annoyed face. It's my way of getting back at him. Junior tilts his head. Get back at him for what? H sighs. For the embarrassing things Domain yelled at my mom. During the final battle against the Dark Gundam, Domain had famously yelled at Rain. I love you, I need you. Unfortunately for H, this legendary moment was recorded and preserved as a historical archive for the entire world to see. Even in their current era, the scene remained insanely popular, constantly rebroadcast and referenced in the media. H groans. It's even in history books. Despite the banter, the two reaffirm their goals. Junior declares, I'm going to get back Master Asia's treasure. H follows. I will reveal the secret that Dr. Koshu and Master Asia hid in the treasure. And then in perfect unison, they shout. And we will defeat Domin Koshu. With their minds made up, the two set off for the Guiana highlands. This concludes episode 2. Were you surprised to see the return of Gundam Heaven's Sword? I know I was. It's one of my all-time favorite Gundams. I love Grand Gundam as well. It was also surprising to see Michelo and Chapman step in to help H and Junior. Michelo seems to have changed after experiencing the kindness of Bertino and Domain. And Chapman, despite acting like a beast after his resurrection, was originally a well-loved gentleman, cherished by his family. After all, using a gun to protect a girl from violent outlaws is nothing to be ashamed of. Shadow Gundam attempting to use Burning Finger was another fun and unexpected moment. Even though it doesn't actually have that weapon, the world of G Gundam is built on the idea that a pilot's spirit energy can manifest into techniques. So in the end, the attack still worked. If you own a Shadow Gundam model or figure, maybe try attaching Burning Finger parts to its arm. It might look pretty cool. I'm excited to see where the story goes from here. Thanks for sticking it out to the end. See you next time.